Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, morning voice. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Jojo, for joining, and all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'm going to be doing, what am I doing? A love and life reading for Virgo. I'm going to start with the wisdom of the oracle for the life part, and then something else for love. All right, so let's dive in and see what we got. Remember that roles can be reversed. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You know your story best. So fit it as it applies. All right, what do we got going on for Virgo? We've got, I think we've got fork in the road and protection. Might have to look at that one. Imagine in the upright. And message in a bottle in the upright. I'm going to take a moment and look at the book. Ooh, fork in the road is number 13. Lucky number 13. In protection, indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you. This is it's that whole thing of choosing not to decide is still a choice. Choosing to let someone else choose is still a choice. And this feels like you've been maybe up to this point, you've been kind of passive in how you've been showing up in your world, in your life. Again, letting other people choose, and it's time for you to decisively choose which direction you want to go. And I think a part of this has to do with the fact that people with a lot of Virgo in their chart tend to want to help. That Virgo energy is all about being the wind beneath someone else's wings, working in the background, um, being that support, not necessarily needing the spotlight, oftentimes not wanting the spotlight. And so I think there's a default setting where it's just like, okay, let them decide what direction to go, and then I'll be there to support, to carry us along. And that needs to change, and maybe it is changing, because with imagine and message in a bottle, this is about figuring out what you actually want. What direction do you want to go in? And listening to your intuition, paying attention to the signs that are all around you all the time, and actually noticing, like, when a certain song comes on or billboard that you happen to pass, that you're like, whoa, that lines up with what I've been thinking of. Or it could be something like, if birds or butterflies or feathers, something, when things continue to show up on your path, literally or metaphorically, letting that be the indication that you're on the right track, or to help guide you where you want to go. Um, and that's the thing with imagination, is we're always using our imagination, and this is about you using it to your benefit, understanding that even if you find yourself going to that place of worst case scenario, or what if, like, the worst things, that what you don't want, essentially, taking that, using it as your compass and pointing you towards what you do want. um and this is with your assistance, with the assistance of your spiritual entourage, your higher power, whatever that means to you. So, let me clarify with oh, I know. I want to clarify with the Scapini tarot. Thank you. Got this awesome necklace. It's actually looks like an 8 when it's hanging, but it's an infinity. Either way, it's all about abundance. Got it from a really cool person who made it for me. All right. What's going on here with this fork in the road, needing to make a decision? Queen of Swords, Six of Wands, and Six of Swords. This is taking your power back. Excuse me. Just inhaled my own spit. Isn't that fun? This is decisively setting healthy boundaries, demanding the truth, and moving away from any kind of situation where you're experiencing conflict, um, any kind of tension with other people. This is you being dedicated to your own victory because you are making the decisions you know are right for you, and being using your analytical mind, your ability to what's the word, um, determine what's right for you. I don't know. I that's not the right way to say that. Um, but it's true. Yeah, you're being logical, you're being very practical. You have this ability to to see the bigger picture. Like I feel like you're really good at the details, but you're also good at pulling back and seeing the broader story of things. And this and you're finally in this place where you're like, I am at a fork in the road and I don't want to let other people make my decisions anymore. This can also be that maybe there's somebody in your life who um, they've they've been making these choices and they're very strong in who they are and good at setting their own boundaries, and maybe they are kind of a influence for you, a positive influence. But either way, there's whether you're getting help or this is you embodying this energy, you're feeling victorious, you're standing strong, you're feeling successful because you are decisively moving away from what doesn't serve you anymore. I really like that. Um, so this Imagine card is clarified by the Chariot, another victory card, Cancerian energy, Nine of Swords, and King of Wands. Ooh, yeah. That's right, baby. This is victory over your mind. Where, this is like those sleepless nights when you can't turn your brain off and your brain just wants to think about all the horrible things that's ever happened or might happen. And this is victory over that because you are moving towards you're deciding that you want to think about what you want. This is my hell yes guy. It's not a hell yes, it's a no. And you're thinking about what really lights you up, what really turns you on and gets you excited. What do you want? You're figuring this out. You're overcoming, I think, probably a lifelong tendency to go in a more negative, to embody a more negative, a lower vibration, we'll say, where thinking about the stuff that makes you feel heavy. And this is deciding, well, this is my life and I'm the only one living it. There are other people around me, but they're living their life. What's my hell yes? Why do I always have to follow someone else's hell yes? That doesn't always line up with mine. So, so I think this is you. Yeah, it's definitely you overcoming your thoughts and using them to your benefit. And so, message in a bottle is clarified by the Empress, uh, Taurian and Libran energy, Eight of Coins, and Eight of Cups. Yeah, just like I said, this reading is all about empowerment and standing tall, lifting yourself up, understanding that focusing on yourself, building your skills and knowledge around manifesting, um, what that truly means and how you can make that work in your favor, because we're always manifesting, always, always, always. And if you're doing it unconsciously, then typically it's very common to manifest what you don't want. And so doing it consciously, like I said, it's using what you don't want as the compass to point you where you do want. Law of attraction, all that kind of stuff. This is you figuring this out, um, and walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore. And it's because you're listening to the messages. You're following the directive of your higher power. And that's the thing with intuition. It's quiet. It's persistent, but it's quiet. And the the ego mind, the anxiety, the worry, the fears, that is very loud, and it can make it really challenging to listen to the intuition. And so that's why paying attention to the signs helps, because it realigns you with that quiet voice, because it's a physical thing that's happening. It's something that you're perceiving with your senses rather than just tuning in to the energy. Of course, meditation does help, but sometimes it can be like, I don't know what to do, and it's like, especially if you ask a very specific question, what's, you know, I don't know, like maybe a yes or no question, or, if I go in this direction, is this right for me? And then wait to see what shows up. Oftentimes, if you're paying attention, something's going to click with you where it's like, oh, yes, or maybe not. But this is you tuning in. And especially with the Empress there, it's being dedicated to your own, um, being like I said, being in your own power. The Empress is all the queens. It's setting healthy boundaries. It's, being really excited and passionate about what you want to do. It's also being very caring and nurturing of yourself, which then allows you to be caring and nurturing for others. It's being very practical, which you're so good at, and taking the steps, the consistent baby steps to get where you want to go. Being very resourceful. All these things help you to show up in the world in a new way, help you to birth a new cycle in your life, and whatever it is you decide you want. whatever you can imagine that feels good. Your hell yes, or your many hell yeses, whatever those are. So, what a oh, this is very nice. I like this. Okay, so let's go to the love portion of the reading. Um, I want light seers. I'm going to begin with my light seers deck. That was a terrible shuffle. What is going on in love? There's some things not wanting to easily come together. This could be it's probably your energy. Maybe you're taking a break, maybe you're trying to heal from something, you're not sure which direction you want to go. So far the life readings have been aligning a lot with the love readings in for the other signs, so it could be that a part of what you're doing is figuring out what kind of person you want to be with. Do you want to be in a relationship? For some people, it's realizing, oh, I was always told there was, the prince was going to come and save me and we were going to live happily ever after and whisk me away, and it's like that right there is it's it teaches us, especially the females in our society, that we need to wait. We give our power away to someone else to come and save us. And it's all about realizing, oh wait, I can save myself. I don't need someone to come and whisk me away. I can stand firm and strong and tall. The Empress, she's like, no, I'm good. I'll ride my own horse. Thanks. You can come and sit at my table. We can share our full cups, but I don't need saving. And that can be a big revelation for some people. Okay, so let's see. What do we got for love? We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, hmm and the Emperor. Interesting. So on the table, we have the Emperor and the Empress. This feels like you in this place of holding on to what's important to you, keeping things close to you. It can sometimes be a miserly energy where you're holding back a little too much. But this feels like protection. Protection because maybe you're thinking about somebody from your past, or someone from your past is coming in and you're a little like, I don't know. And they embody this emperor energy. This is Aries energy, and it's like the emperor is very uh, he's the father figure, someone in high ranking position, someone who's very in control, knows his knows what he wants, knows his worth, stands tall, i- is kind of the authority in the room, the voice of authority. um yeah, this feels like somebody that you've knew a long time ago, some from your past, or it could be just that really strong recognition, like, I feel like I've known you before. But because of the Four of Pentacles here, there's definitely kind of like a she's looking away from the Emperor. Well, let's see. Actually, that's not true, because let's change this. Because the way I look at it, she's actually looking towards. So she's holding on, she's protecting herself, but there's she's sh- she's keeping an eye out. for this person coming in. Interesting. This could be somebody who is meant to, it is a divine connection, the ultimate power couple. But maybe you've been in this place of protecting yourself for a long time and you just can't fully trust that someone is who they say they are. Let me get some clarification on this. I want my tarot of mystical moments to clarify this. And that's true. That's a really good point. The the emperor is high ranking but does not outrank the empress. She is the one who is more powerful. She sometimes lets the emperor believe he has the power, but really she does. And you're the empress. Okay, so what's this Four of Pentacles? We've got the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So this person could be coming in wearing their heart on their sleeve. And this can feel like a wish fulfillment to you. This person could be someone who you did have feelings for in the past, or they evoke strong feelings for you. Um, but I feel like you figured out how to be really happy, just live in your life. And along comes this person, which potentially can disrupt that because now you're not on solid footing anymore. This is a little bit of a shakeup, and you're like, do I, don't I? Could be good. I don't know. Maybe. And this is putting you into this energy of protection, holding back. You're not fully trusting it. It seems really good. Feels really good. There's potential here. But and that's the thing. That's the thing with especially anything new. Even if we're dealing with somebody from the past who we've known, once we move into a realm where we are supposed to make ourselves vulnerable and open up, that can be really threatening. It can be really scary. And if you've been through it and you're finally feeling like you're coming out the other side, you're like, yeah, sounds good, but all right, let's see what the Six of Cups is. We've got the Seven of Swords. Look at this. Once again, this is so similar. Clutching the thing to the chest. Protection, protection, protection. The Chariot. Once again, Cancerian energy. And the World. Now this could be someone who you feel very protective about, that them coming back in is kind of a sign that you have overcome something, that you are ready for a new beginning, that you've manifested what you want. It's interesting because especially with the Six of Cups, it's the little boy and the puppy and who turns into the man and the grown dog, which feels very much like this world energy, this kind of cycle. We have so many cycles in our life, and there's victory here in completing a cycle. So Either you feel really protective of this person coming in because they really mean something to you, and you feel like them coming back around, like I said, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that could be part of it, and then because I said it, but then there's also this energy of holding back, saying, "No, this whoever this is that's coming in, you're you're holding back. You're letting a cycle close out with somebody from the past or with, yeah, some kind of, even though maybe there's really sweet memories. There's a lot of nostalgia here. But there's some kind of victory, and maybe it's victory over some kind of fear you have. This protection energy comes from fear, and maybe you're overcoming that so that you can move towards somebody coming in. Take it as it resonates. It can be different for everybody, but no matter what, there is a cycle closing out, and it's really beautiful. It feels really good. You feel like you feel successful and victorious, and there's swift movement here, moving you towards some kind of new beginning. So the Emperor is clarified by the Six of Swords. Yep, on the table once again. The Two of Cups. Okay. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. Yeah, I think this person from the past, I think you're resolving something. Maybe you guys had a falling out, or maybe you went different directions in your life, and now you're coming back together and getting on the same page again. Maybe there's, especially because of the Six of Swords here, I feel like maybe there was some conflict. Something went down, and now with the re-entry of them into your life, they're coming in with a different energy than they had before. They want to get on the same page. They want peace and harmony with you. They want to be able to work together to, yeah, to be able to cooperate with one another. This person, they've they've leveled up. They didn't used to be the knight. Why did I say knight? Oh, the Knight of Cups. Maybe they showed up as a knight, and then you realize that they're actually an emperor now. Um, they're showing up in a whole new way for you, and you didn't expect this. And so there's a lot of fear. There's fear around this, and yet with the Chariot in the world, this feels like this is victory over the situation. Whether you decide to say, sure, yeah, let's do this, or you say, I'm so glad that we got to resolve this. I wish you well in life. Done, Um, no matter what, yeah, it feels really good. I don't know how else to say it. I'm at a loss for words. And that's a good place to end. Um, you are the Empress, you get to choose. This whole reading is about you empowering yourself, taking your power back, and knowing that no matter how somebody shows up, what they present to you, in the end you get to make the choice if you so choose. All right, there it is. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.